Hey, this is May. Welcome to Always Worshipper, my creative space in YouTube, people. What we do here is channeling the energy. I'm a person who works as a channeler and a messenger, and I've been doing this for a while, so I opened these creative spaces, mainly in TikTok and YouTube. All my readings are said to be timeless, and this is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And yeah, you can follow me here or in TikTok at Always Worshipper. I think I'm gonna leave it over here. And in case that you need a personal reading, you can book a reading with me over email, okay? People, today I have a really specific message that I want to channel with both collectives, you and the Spanish collective, to see what's up with your energy. And it's about the North Node and the South Node, okay? Why am I bringing this topic? I've lived in my apartment for over 3 years, almost. I decided to, sorry, people tend to call me when I'm recording and it's like, ugh. But I've been living here for over 3 years. And I had the key that they gave to me when I changed the lock because, and I've never lost that key. That key had gone like traveling with me everywhere I go. But a couple of weeks ago, I lost it. So I was kind of sad because of the keychains, but you know what can we do? But while I was getting my new keys, this is my brother's key. You can see here it's red. So I asked him for his key to get mine, and I got a blue key. It's curious because both of them say yes, you see? So as soon as I got the new keys, his key and mine, it got me thinking about the Matrix reference. The blue pill, or in this case, the blue key, which is the comfortable life in the Matrix, right? Going back to the Matrix, and this one is the escape of the Matrix key or pill in the movie. And for some reason, when we do this kind of job of channeling messages or working with spirituality, we can get epiphanies or downloads at any minute. So I associated these to the North Node and the South Node in astrology. I don't know much about astrology. I'm not into astrology as much. My thing is tarot and the cards. But I did some research about the South Node and the North Node. And I want to talk about it a little bit before we go straight to the reading. We're going to spread some tarot, as always. I'm going to use 2 different tarot decks to channel the energy of the South Node or the North Node or the blue and the red key, okay, to see what's up with your energy. So let's go to it. I have my notes. Let's see. So let's go with the South Node first, okay? South Node, which I represented by the blue key. It represents the past, life habits, comfort zones, and innate but stagnant talents. If you have a talent or a gift that you haven't explored so much, it represents your comfort zone. And there's an analogy with a dragon. I love dragons, actually. I think I'm going to get a tattoo of a dragon one day. And this analogy will be the tail of the dragon. It represents the past, what you have mastered, your comfort zone. Relying too heavily on this leads to stagnation. It is a place of familiarity, but no growth. Okay, so this is the South Node. This is going to be our blue key in this case. Now let's go to the North Node, the red key or the red pill. It represents future growth, lessons to learn, and destiny. This is the head of the dragon in the dragon analogy. It represents your future, your soul's purpose, or dharma. It represents the unknown, often intimidating territory that you are meant to explore to reach your full potential. So let's see, collective. I want you to think of yourself standing in front of 2 doors, right? The South Node or the tail of the dragon and the North Node, like the head of the dragon, right? So we're going to go deeper with messages for your collective. This is your reading, so let's see what comes up. And do you see how both of them say yes? What I can say right now is that you will get a positive outcome of both. But let's see what's up with these energies, okay? So let's go with the South Node first. I'm really excited. This is one of the most specific messages I've channeled here, so let's see what's up with this energy. Here, what do we need to know regarding the South Node? The Knight of Cups. Okay. masculine energy, but energy, not gender. Feminines, we can have aspects from knights as well. This can talk about a romantic gesture or someone who has feelings for you, or if this is you, like you are exploring your emotions or you are acknowledging somehow that you have feelings for someone. All right. What else, Spirit? What's up with this knight? The Ten of Swords. This can talk about an ending. So maybe there's an ending, or there was. Everybody's in a different timeline, take it as it resonates. There was an ending with this Knight of Cups. But I'm channeling lessons here. Maybe this night, if you're thinking about someone or if it's you, take it as it resonates, and remember, no judgment here. I never judge here. Maybe you or this person, if you're thinking about someone, has lessons to learn. Since we're talking about the South Node energy, this night is eager to stay in a comfort zone. There's no lessons, or they are ignoring their lessons somehow. What is that about? What are those lessons? Ooh, many sideways cards. Maybe there's a lot of stagnant energy, like which matches the energy of being in a South Node. We are so comfortable where we are right now that there's no growth. So there's a sense of stagnancy with this energy. Think if it's you, if it's a person you're thinking about, feminine or masculine, remember that this is just energy, and I'm not judging you, okay? If you feel triggered by anything I'm saying here, please don't take it this way. This is just the energy that I'm channeling, and my purpose here is not to point the finger or anything, just FYI, okay? So we have 4 cards. There's the Three of Wands sideways, Death, there's the Ace of Swords sideways, and there's the Nine of Swords. Oof. Remember that I said to you that maybe there are some lessons that this knight failed to learn or refused to learn for some reason? So they are stuck in their lessons. Do you see the ships over here? These are options, or this is abundance, but it's stuck. And death is stuck too. This person may have refused, maybe out of fear, out of comfort, because sometimes it's, it's something about being comfortable, staying where you are, staying put. There's a truth that was denied. Someone wasn't willing to admit a truth, and this person is stuck in their head, especially at night, okay? They are overthinking at night, or they are reflecting. There's something about being stuck in their lessons, or maybe refusing a process of transformation, refusing to see the truth about something. What's that truth about? Regret. The Five of Cups. This person may be stuck in their past, because remember, the South Node represents the past. So this person may be stuck in their past. Something that happened in their past, in their childhood, something that is keeping them in their South Node. It's easy to say that we can't live in the past, right? We look back, of course. I mean, we've all had a past, and many of us have had maybe a dark past or something dark in our past. And it's easy to say, don't look back, or don't look back in anger. I'm channeling that song by Oasis, I think it is. Don't look back in anger. Do you see the cups that spilled, but they are ignoring the ones in the present? The Three of Swords. I'll talk about it in a moment. This person has been stuck all their life over something that happened in their past that really broke their heart, that caused major pain. But remember that it's important to transmute our pain. All of us have been hurt. It doesn't matter how pretty you look, how much you smile out there. Everybody has been hurt at some point, abused, used, deceived, rejected, right? But we can't stay in that state of rejection or hurt over the past, because we miss the present. We miss the cups in the present, and therefore we stay stuck in our South Node, in the past. Sending you lots of love, okay? Be strong, okay? What else, Spirit? A lot of stagnant energy, a lot of sideways cards. I think this is the first reading which I've seen so many sideways cards. So there's stagnancy and there's pain, but there's also manipulation. Around this person may have been manipulated in their past or currently, but they are choosing the path of staying stuck in manipulation too. Sometimes people tend to use their pain as an excuse to hurt other people. And there's an abundant energy here. The Nine of Pentacles, this is a feminine energy, like a woman in the card, you know? But this can be feminine or masculine, both of you. They are choosing or chose to be sneaky or to be manipulative towards someone who's really abundant. Sort of to punish them for their pain. I've been channeling a message from a song, Make Them Sure. I think I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if in another reading, but the message is coming up right now. There's a piece of that song that says, I just wanna break you down so badly. I trip over everything you say. I just wanna break you down so badly in the worst way. Maybe there's something about it. Sometimes when we see someone, a feminine or masculine energy, take it as it resonates, that they are so, confident and magnetic and attractive and smiling with flowers in their hair and everything. If we haven't healed from our own pain that makes us feel less than, we can use this as something to hurt them so they can be brought to our level. And please don't take this the wrong way. This is just what I'm channeling. If this is you, I'm not judging you. I never judge here, okay? This is just what I'm channeling because I'm seeing it in the cards and I'm feeling it in the energy, okay? There's a part of that song. I don't remember who sings it. I know it's called Make Them Sure. I think I'm going to leave the name over here. There's a part of that song that says, 'cause you're everything I'm not. I don't remember all the lyrics, but maybe this person chose to play mind games or chose to do something to break someone to make them feel the pain that they felt. If you were on the other side of this energy, like you experienced their pain, don't judge them. I know it sucks. I mean, it hurts a lot. Sometimes we don't understand how deep someone's pain can go, right? Don't judge them. I'm not justifying their actions. I'm not justifying the pain they caused you. If this is you, if someone hurt you this way, this didn't break you. Maybe this only made you stronger. Transmute it and heal it and move on from it. When we are hurt, we heal. If you're sick, like physically sick, and I hope that's not the case, you go to the doctor, right? You go to the hospital to get medical attention. That's the same with our mind and with our soul. We need to heal. When we're sick, we're responsible for this pain to break the chains and not to spread the disease. I don't know how to express it. Maybe there's something that this person, this energy can't express, or they feel like there's so much pain that they can't put it into words. This energy is really heavy, people. The Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is Virgo energy, if I'm not mistaken. This is air energy, high to air signs, especially Libras, because I'm a Libra too. If this is the feminine, or remember, this is feminine energy, but not gender. After this painful situation, you put your sword up. You said, you know what? It's going to stay up with no expiration date. It's not coming down, at least not for now. But it's not about being malicious. It's about being protective of your own abundance, your own energy. There's a frequency mismatch here. It's supposed to be a king, right? Sometimes these energy readings, especially with me, I mean, I know that there are some tarot readers out there that are really happy and, good vibes and all positive messages all the time. No, not in here, okay? But I'm not saying this to you to reopen a wound or to make you feel bad about something. No, I'm saying this to you because this is what I'm channeling and because sometimes people need to hear it. Sometimes people need to hear the truth. The Queen of Swords is an energy who tells it like it is. I'm telling you this as a Libra, okay? I tell the truth. I'm a person who tells the truth, even when it's difficult, but I do. Because people need to hear the truth. I've been seeing this card way too many times. So there's something about balance, okay? The feminine energy who put their sword up, they set a boundary, whatever that boundary is, to get balance. This is the Six of Cups. This can talk about balance and contribution, like retribution, charity work, even. This person who said, enough is enough, or something's gotta give here, they did it out of protection, to protect their heart, but also to get balance or to set balance in a situation, okay? Let's move on to the North Node. I'm gonna use another tarot. This one, I really love it. What's up with this? This energy is really heavy. What's up with the North Node of the collective? Spirit, what do we need? The Chariot, Cancer energy, number 7, July may be significant. Movement. We are just transitioning or just transitioned to the year of the horse, the Lovers. And actually, do you see here? In this case, this is a masculine, but this can be a feminine too. And there's the South Node and there's the North Node. The reference from the Matrix, going back to the Matrix, staying in the Matrix, leaving the Matrix. Okay, there's movement in love, in the collective, in their North Node. I was just gonna ask what that movement is about, and the Lovers and the Chariot. I'm challenging the sentence. This is a lighter Chariot. Remember that to go to your North Node, to transition, to run through the dragon. I'm actually thinking about I don't know how to call that in English, Dragon Ball Z. That in that series or that show, there's the picture of Goku just running through the dragon. That's the energy, like coming from the tail, right, to the head of the dragon. To like getting the chariot and getting the horse and start moving, we need to go lighter, as light as possible. It's as if when you're moving, switching places, right? When you move, when you start packing and everything, actually, hi to a friend that is moving these days. I know he's watching me. When you pack, you need to pack as much as you can. So the movement process is swift and it's lighter. Maybe this energy that is moving to the North Node is letting go or has decided to stop carrying their baggage from their own energy or people around them too. What else, Spirit? What do we need to know? We got the 9 of Pentacles in both spreads. Abundance, being magnetic, being confident, being a queen or a king. Take it as it resonates. Do you see the falcon over here in this one and this one? Remember that falcons or hawks are animals who can really fly the sky, right? So maybe stepping back and looking at things from a higher perspective can help you in a situation, as an example, okay? And we also have the 6 of Cups in the reverse. Remember that I was just saying that to get into this chariot in love, right? This feminine or this masculine who's really abundant, stable, grounded, is leaving something in the past, is letting go of their own South Node to reach their North Node. There's something about it. If it's you or if it's a person you're thinking about, I don't know, place it, where it belongs. This person or you are leaving something in the past, getting your chariot as light as possible to continue, to move forward toward your North Node, toward your future, toward your growth, okay? Or maybe you have grown a lot in the last year or in the last 6 months, in the last, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, take it as it resonates. What else, Spirit? What do we need to know about this North Node? Wow, I got a lot of cards from the bottom of the deck. So 999 can be significant because you can see over here we have 999 is a number I've been channeling with you in the Spanish community for a long time. In this one, we got the Nine of Pentacles, right? And we also got the Nine of Swords sideways. In the South Node. In the North Node, or your North Node, we got the Nine of Pentacles 2, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. 999 can talk about a completion. Maybe you completed a cycle. Maybe you're changing a paradigm in your life. This can also talk about spiritual ascension. Connect to the ascended masters. The ascended masters are, people, humans who in their life path, they learned lessons and they chose to grow spiritually, and they learned really deep spiritual lessons. That's why they are called ascended masters, because they ascended. And you can search over the internet, you can read their lessons if it helps you somehow in your own spiritual journey. Actually, we got kind of missed the Nine of Cups. So something about 9 for you, collective. You're completing a cycle, or someone is completing a cycle with you. There's something about completion and ascension. The North Node can talk about ascension, stepping into your growth, stepping into the best version of yourself. So there's something about it, okay? Let's go through all of this. Sleepless nights. Maybe this completion really got you in your head. I mean, it isn't easy. Growing up and ascending and choosing the path of going within, which is also the 9. Do you see? September can be significant. This is Virgo energy. There's something about 9 people. The Hermit. I love it that it's a woman. Every time I bring this card, I love it that it's a woman with her white hair, and she looks so beautiful. I mean, because normally the Hermit is a man. So maybe you went within to find your own enlightenment, find answers to your own questions, to heal and to understand why did you behave in certain ways, because nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But to reach the point of your North Node, reaching the head of the dragon, there's a sense of ascension and healing that we need to go through. It's mandatory to become the best version of ourselves. And sometimes we can't bring everybody with us in this ascension process because there's the 5 of Pentacles. Someone feels left out in the cold. If you complete a cycle with someone, you let someone go, you chose another path of ascension, there may be a sense of you and them feeling left out in the cold. Now, she's a queen, the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Just in Spanish, we say mamacita. If it's a feminine, really attractive, hot feminine. If it's a masculine, we say papacito, which is the, I believe that many of you may know that, especially men, that Colombians or people from Colombia say papacito and mamacita a lot. Wish fulfillment. She became, or he became, their own wish fulfillment after crying so many nights. But you heal. After, time passes and you start to understand certain things, you heal, okay? In the end, you always heal when you choose this path of healing. She became, or he became, their own wish fulfillment. Now, again, the 9 of Pentacles, abundant energy, knows who they are, who can be really hard working. If you have a project, if you're working on something to, stabilize your money or be financially not only stable, but financially free somehow, that's your energy. Maybe you're focusing on your finances and you're not letting the past dictate your own future, because there's a 9 of Wands. Again, all of us have been hurt at some point, lied to, deceived, cheated on, abused, you name it. But we can't let the past dictate our future, right? We cannot use our pain as an excuse to hurt someone. You stood on your truth. This is a common message because it's as if someone, think it as 2 different energies, take it as it resonates. The South Node energy was stuck in their truth, decided not to go with their truth, or decided to stay still regarding a truth. But the North Node energy chose their truth. They chose to live in their truth, which is beautiful. It's beautiful to see someone out there who lives in their own truth, whatever that truth is. Hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm bi. Or, hey, I don't like to work in an office and I want to be a musician. Whatever truth that is, okay? It's just someone who decided to stay in their own truth, whatever truth that is. And if it's you, congratulations, because it's beautiful. Wow. What else? I'm going to take a couple of messages for the North Node energy. There's sorry. There's something about 8-8. Anguish, you know? This card is jumping everywhere. Maybe you feel like you're overthinking too much or you feel trapped in your head somehow. Don't. You know? If it's you in the South Node or if it's you in the North Node, 36, 36, 99. Do you see 999? It's everywhere. I'm sorry if in the edit doesn't look like it. It's because I edit the readings, okay? But yeah, don't stay stuck in your head so much. No, I mean, life is too short to be, overthinking everything. No. If we live in our heads, we forget to live our life, right? Like in the outside world. So don't stay stuck in your head. The Tower sideways, number 16. This is Scorpio energy. Some people say, but the Tower card doesn't really have a sign. Hold on. You're a walking tower. I'm channeling that sentence. If you decided to go to the North Node, right? Like you chose the path of ascension or you chose the path of growth. You chose the path of being better, but not better than anyone, but being better than yourself before you went through all of this, as an example. I don't know. Or being better than yourself a year, 2 years, 5 years ago. Yeah, you're a walking tower. See, but that's the thing. When we choose the path of ascension, we become walking towers. We become karma for other people. And not to be malicious, this is just what it is. I mean, if you choose to be better, and again, not better than anyone, but better than yourself in a previous version of yourself, a version of yourself that took the pain from others just because you love them or just because you want to help them. But if someone doesn't want to be helped, I mean, it's their choice, right? It's their choice to stay in their South Node. Because remember that frequencies, we can align to people at a certain frequency, but when we choose different paths, right? The South Node and the North Node, these frequencies start to misalign. I mean, it's not personal, it's just a matter of frequency, it's just vibrational, okay? But we have the Ace of Wands, like sideways. I want to take one card to clarify. Wait, I got two. A new beginning. Remember that this can be an olive branch, an apology, or some sort of communication. This can be communication that can bring a new beginning, whatever new beginning that is, like closure maybe. Closure for you and closure for them. Or an apology again to start something new with that person if that's what you want or if that's what your intuition is telling you. Or if that's not the case, take it as it resonates. But there's a conflict or something unfinished in communication, and because of this apology or this new beginning is stuck. I'm going to take one more card to go, people. I need to record the Spanish reading too. Spirit, one last card for the South Node. Take the blindfold off. It's important to see things as they are. Comfort zones are cool. I mean, are pretty and calm, but there's no growth there. So if you feel like there's no growth for you, you can choose to stay there. But if that's not your soul's calling, take the blindfold off. Okay? Now, one last piece of advice for the North Node. The Wheel of Fortune. Being in this energy of trusting in the divine is allowing you and your divine forces to interact. So they are watching over you. You're leaving a situation in the hands of God. It's as if you're letting go of the outcome. When you're driving a car, you have your hands on top of the wheel. You hold the wheel. You let go of the wheel. And you're trusting that God is going to drive that car to where you're supposed to go. So trust, okay? Your advice here will be to trust that wherever you're going, you're going to be fine. And not just fine, but you're going to be the best version of yourself, okay? People, I'm going to leave it here at Always Worshiper. You can leave me a like, a comment, a subscription. Follow me here or in TikTok. Instagram too, but Instagram, to be honest, is just my personal account. I don't post readings there yet. And I'll see you next time, okay, people? Bye.